This week we're going to do something completely different. This shooter is a nice guy on my straight pool league, and we're going to study how he approaches this rack because, in my opinion, he does it all wrong. And we talked about it after this inning is over, and he took notes. He's a real student of the game. I know he's not going to mind. I'm teasing him. But we're going to look at some of the things he did wrong, and then I'm going to set up this exact layout and shoot it a whole bunch of times and see if I can run out, see if I can put my money where my mouth is. Let's get into the rack. Welcome to this week's Rack of the Week. My opponent shot one ball after I missed the break shot, and this is where the cue ball ended up. So he's in a great position. The balls are pretty wide open. Let's take a quick look at the rack. The first thing I notice is there are no break balls. It's possible the 13 might be outside of the rack, but it's really low. Not a great break ball at all. So we need to make a break ball. Fortunately, there's a super opportunity because both the 1 and the 7 go in this corner pocket. And so if you can get a low angle, the cue ball down here, you shoot the 7, for example, and nudge the 8, that's going to nudge the 3 ball over here, and you should have a break shot using the 3 ball. So I think that that's priority number 1. The second thing that I notice is that the 6 ball is a blocker ball. It's blocking the pocket for the 2 and for the 12. So I need to shoot the 6, shoot some other balls, and come back around to shoot the 2. So noticing that, I realized that this 11 ball in the side pocket could be a great key ball to get on the 2, because otherwise it's going to be hard. Now there might have some opportunity to shoot a ball and move the 12 out of the way and play position for the 2 at the same time. But I'm just looking at the opportunities that are presented by the table right now. Both the 13 and the 1 go in this corner, so that's good. So this is a very workable rack, and if I came to the table, I would hope and expect to clear the balls if I can manufacture a break ball. So that's my number 1 priority. The final thing I would notice is there's 2 balls up table. They're not a big problem, and the reason for that is your position zone to get on this 9 ball is absolutely massive. So because of the location of the 9 ball, it's going to be really easy to get on the 9 ball from a ball on the lower part of the table, and then once you shoot the 9, it's going to be very easy to get a position on the 15 to send the cue ball over here for the 14 possibly, or maybe the 12 will be there and you go over the 12. So it's okay to leave these balls for the middle of the rack or towards the end of the rack. So that's what I see, and along those lines, my first shot would be the 6 ball because I can bounce the cue ball off the rail and bring it just past here. As long as I get past that 9, I know I'm going to have a shot on the 1 or the 7, and I'm going to try to get a shallow angle on this 7 to nudge the 8, make a break ball. So that's what I'm going to shoot. My opponent is looking at the 6 and then changes his mind and comes over and shoots the 11. Now, I'm glad that he didn't shoot the 7 because that would be terrible, but what are you accomplishing if you shoot this 11? I can see shooting that 11 ball if you had a slight angle and you were able to stun the cue ball over here. Then you can get that angle on the 7 ball. And if you don't get it, then you can shoot the 6 and try again to get that angle. But by putting the cue ball here, what are you accomplishing? What are you going to shoot now? The 1, the 7, that doesn't do anything. So he's going to shoot this other stripe. This is a terrible pattern, and the reason why is this. When you look at the table, when he walked to the table, what were the easiest balls to pocket on the table? It's the 6, the 1 he just shot, the 10, and the 9. Those are the easiest balls. They're just hanging out there. These 2 go into the side. The 6 and the 9 go into the corner that they're close. Those are the easiest shots on the table. So what don't you want to do? You don't want to shoot off your easy shots, not without giving them a purpose. Your easy shots should set you up for the harder balls. Remember I said this ball on the side can set you up for the 2. So that ball has a purpose. Shooting the 6 ball early has a purpose because you're clearing the pocket for the 2 later. Okay? Shooting the 6 ball and bringing the cue ball here has a purpose because you're playing position. You're using an easy ball to get position on a more difficult one to accomplish something. What was accomplished by shooting this ball on the side and rolling the cue ball forward? Nothing. All you've done is played position for another easy ball, and so he's going to shoot that shot and accomplish nothing again. Unless if, I need to be generous here, unless if he was attempting just then to get the cue ball low enough to get an angle on this on the 7. But I'm not sure if that's what he was trying, and I don't think so, because his very next shot is to shoot the 7. Well, once again, what are the easiest shots on the table from this position? It's the 6 and the 7. Why would you shoot the 7 if you're not accomplishing something? You've already got position on the 6, and you need to use the 7 to accomplish something else. Maybe he's got a different plan in mind, but I was just very frustrated watching him shoot. Now, he nudged the 5 over. I'm okay with that because they both go, and it looks like, in fact, he does now have an angle on the 7 ball to nudge the 3 ball over. Now, this is a perfect shot, and I have to say, if he was shooting those 3 balls as a 3-ball sequence to get this angle on the 1, then I applaud that effort. That's good. I think it's unnecessary. I think there was a faster way to get on this shot, and it's better to do it faster and leave your easy shots because you may need them later. But if this is his 3-ball sequence to get on this shot, that's great because now you just stun the cue ball forward, you hit the 3 ball, knock it over here for a break shot. The cue ball is going to stop on the 8. Both the 13 and the 5 go by the 6. So that's your insurance ball. That's fantastic. I would have preferred him to shoot this much earlier because then one of these balls in the side pocket, probably the one that was here, would also be an insurance ball on that shot, nudging the 3 ball over. So let's take a look at what he does on the 1 ball. That is a mistake. I cannot characterize it any other way. You just gave up a tremendously a perfect opportunity to manufacture a break ball. Now, maybe, again, I'm going to be generous and say maybe he's committing to a 13-ball break shot because from here, I think it's possible that the corner rack ball might be there and he might be able to hit it. It's not an optimal break shot. But given this opportunity to nudge the 3 ball over, there's no other way to say it. That's a mistake. And I want you to look at what's happening too. There were easy shots. These balls were easy shots in the middle of the table. What's left? Balls along the rail. You need to be getting those balls on the rails first. Now, I don't mind leaving this ball because once the 3 ball's here, that might be a key ball or a K2 ball, so that's okay. But this is the biggest problem on the table, and nothing has been done to address that. Nothing at all. The next shot that he's going to shoot is the 8 in the side. And from this position, I approve of that because, well, especially if he can nudge the 3, but it clears the 3 ball. So you can get at the 3 much easier. So that's okay. But how about if you shoot that 8 ball, how about playing position for an angle, either by drawing back or going or stunning over here, so that you can shoot the 5 next. Let's say the cue ball stopped here. You would shoot the 5, let the cue ball go to the bottom rail, and straight up and move this 13 up to here for a break shot. And the 6 is an insurance ball. Now that makes sense. That's advancing the rack. That's shooting an easy shot and giving that easy shot a purpose. Instead, the other thing to do is shoot a stop shot on the 5 and then cut the 6 ball, and you can bring the cue ball here for the 14 or spin it up higher for the 9. You can maybe accomplish something. What was accomplished by playing position over here? Now, I don't think that this player has good enough control of the cue ball. He may have been trying to do something different, like draw back over here for the 14, but nothing is being accomplished. You're not addressing the problems. The 6 ball is the problem. That should have been removed 6 shots ago. So now, I mean, yeah, you've got a reasonable shot on the 9. That's what you have to shoot from here and just barely make it. I'm not sure if there was thought given on that 9-ball shot to what was going to be pocketed next. Because if there was, I think you would have hit it softer to leave the cue ball somewhere in this area for the 15. If you're going to shoot that 9, you've got to use the 9 to play position for the 15. The reason why is if you don't, now you're going to go shoot the balls down table, and now you're going to have to shoot something else to bring the cue ball back up table for the 15. That's not how you address a table playing straight pool. With that shot on the 9 that he had from here, you got to knuckle down and shoot a stop shot or roll it more accurately and softly so that you get a shot on this 15. Okay. So now we're in recovery mode because there's no break ball unless if after you shoot the 6, maybe the 2 ball's a break ball, then the 14. But the 2, the 13, and the 14 are all possible break balls, but they're all low percentage. From the 6 ball here, what I would want to do is draw straight back. And I'm hoping to get a shot on the 2, knowing that I will have a shot on the 3 ball if I don't land somewhere good on the 2. But from there, you can maneuver and then either get on the 14 or the 13 as a break shot. So this shot right here exemplifies, everyone asks, how do I run more balls in straight pool? I need to learn better patterns. I need to become better at pocketing balls, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. You want to know how to get better at playing straight pool? Learn to control the cue ball better. 9-ball is a shot maker's game. Straight pool is a position game. It's a cue ball control game. That 6-ball was so close to the pocket, you could have played position a number of ways. You could have drawn straight back. You could have stunned to the rail and out. You could have followed forward 2 rails. You could have done a lot of things to help your situation. This position does nothing. You're almost guaranteeing yourself that you're not going to complete this rack. You're not going to get through. I apologize. I'm not naming this player, but I apologize to him anyway. But this is an example. You want to learn how to play better straight pool? Practice drills that stress precise cue ball control, like the L drill, and there's many more. That's what you need to do. Stop trying to run racks. Stop trying to pocket balls. Stop trying to practice long, difficult shots. Practice drills that have you pocket easy shots with precise cue ball control. That's what you need. And then you won't miss this 13 ball when it comes up in a game. And now it's my turn. I tried to set up the balls as closely as I could to the situation that my opponent faced. And I shot this layout many times, probably 10 times. I did not complete it each time, and the pattern changed depending on what happened with those balls in the rack area. A couple of attempts, the pattern changed dramatically. So I'm going to play this in 4x speed, and in a future video, I might play them back at normal speed and talk through them. Let me know what you think in the comments and check them out. This should be interesting.